A really neat thing about InDesign is how we put images in. You can either go File, Place, Command D, or presumably Control D. Okay, and you can place one in. For example, we're going to place in barcode. Okay, I know it looks silly here, but when we export as a PDF, that will all show up okay. Why is that neat? Because here's one I prepared earlier. For example, I've been working on this, and you can see how, I know the clarity's not there, it's all blurry, that's fine, but if I wanted to edit this image, okay, I can go to Photoshop, okay, I'm going to take that one out. These are all ones I've prepared earlier, okay, I can go save, and then in InDesign, what we need to do is go to your links. Okay, these are all the images that are in mine. See how here it's come up with an error, and up the top here, usually it'll show up an error as well. But what we need to do is basically click on that, press refresh so it syncs it again, and look, that's just changed that image for me. Okay. Likewise here, got barcodes. See this, you've got your outside box. If you double click on an image, okay, you can see my actual real image size. So I can move that image around in that box. Okay, so I'm going to show up what's defined by that box area. Okay, so make sure we go Control Z and get it back to where it was. Oops, I've undone that. Refresh my link. Okay, I'm actually going to press delete, for example. I've deleted the image but not the box. So here I can select my box, go Command D. Okay, and if I want to put in the matching barcode for the pink ones, go open, it's automatically aligned it. If I double click on it, see how it hasn't got the numbers here? I can realign that. I know from previous experience I need to move it -17, and it puts it in the right spot for me, okay, without distorting the size of it. If you want to, for example, change, okay, so in this one, if I click once, I've got my bounding box. The reason why that comes out further is because we need, for printing, this little bleed section, okay? That way, when it prints, it'll print the whole lot, okay? It'll bleed out to the edges, so when they cut it, we know it's crisp and perfect, and then they can fold it, but you know that there's not going to be any mess on the edges. Okay, so back to what I was talking about, which was, okay, my green box has picked up my image. Okay, if I double click on it, sorry, the bounding box, if I double click on it, then I'm talking about the image. Okay, so click again, it's gone back to green, which means it's the whole thing. Oops, purple, sorry, where are we? Okay, I've double clicked on my image so I can resize it. Okay, it's still going to sit within my box. If I wanted to click on that and go auto fit, that means within my bounding box around the outside, it's going to keep it in the same proportion. So that's where I can go shift, and if I wanted to scale that whole box down, okay? So I can do that. Well, that's with the auto fit. If I didn't have the auto fit selected and I pick on my image, that's when I can move it of the page again. Okay, just going to undo all my mess. Okay,